In the spired halls of the Academy of Insight, Sir Logik von Neuron stood at the lectern of the great conceptorium. Behind him, towering chalkboards bore elegant equations pulsing with enchanted chalk, back-propagated nightly by candlelight. A line of young minds had gathered, robed in curiosity and hungry for truth. Among them stood a wiry boy with cold dark curls and wide, thoughtful eyes. His name was Supervised. He had no surname. "Sir," Supervised asked, lifting his hand, "what makes knowledge knowable?" Sir Logik's monocle caught the glint of thought. "An excellent question." He stepped down, cloak of logic whispering across the stone. "Come," he beckoned. "You're ready for the fields." They strolled through the fields of labelled thought, where vines of data coiled around wooden posts marked with truths. A tree rustled and murmured, "Sunny," wind, low, result, fruit grew. A nearby boulder rumbled, "Rainy," wind high, result, soil flooded. "These are labelled observations," Logik explained. "Inputs tied to outcomes, features matched with labels." Supervised knelt beside a glowing mushroom. "Shaded, moist, outcome, growth stunted." He nodded slowly. "I see. When examples are paired with results, we learn from them." "Precisely," said the knight. "That is supervised learning. Patterns taught, not guessed." They walked past rows of vines marked success and failure, present and absent, dragon and no dragon. "But sir," the boy asked, "what happens when there are no labels?" Sir Logik's smile dimmed. "Then we enter the maze of the unknown." He led the boy to a stone gate tangled in ivy. Beyond it spread a labyrinth of drifting symbols. The air was heavy with raw possibility. Stones whispered but gave no conclusions. Tall, cold, warm, fast. "No outcome," Supervised whispered. "Only features," Logik said. "No anchors. This is the realm of unsupervised learning." He handed the boy a torch, glowing faintly with spectral clusters. "We learn by structure, by similarity. We find order in chaos." Deeper in the maze, floating crystals hung mid-air, each humming faintly. Logik tapped one, it pulsed green. Another nearby resonated in harmony. "They belong to the same cluster," Logik said. "Not because we labeled them, but because they resemble each other." Supervised raised the torch. The crystals reformed, drifting into constellations of proximity. "So," he breathed, "even without labels, data forms tribes, families, patterns." "Exactly," said Logik. "That is unsupervised learning, pattern from silence." At the end of the maze, two doors loomed. One bore the seal of a quill and scroll. The other stood wide and blank, whispering mystery, the door of the unknown. Sir Logik turned to his apprentice. "To teach or to explore," he said. "That is the choice behind every question." Supervised looked up, eyes shining. "Sometimes we begin with answers. Sometimes we begin with nothing. And both," Logik said, "lead to truth." Back at the academy, Supervised knelt at the data altar. Sir Logik placed a polished badge on his chest, etched with a scroll and compass. "You have earned your full name," he said. "Supervised learning, disciple of patterns." From the shadows, a girl stepped forward, wild silver hair, star-dusted robes. "She is next," Logik whispered. "She learns without guidance." "And her name?" Supervised asked. The knight smiled.